public who did not register in advance can watch the live broadcast on the city's YouTube channel. For Spanish translation services, please dial 720-386-9023 and use code 104091 *.
Thank you, Mr. Berry. I do call the meeting to order for the Board of Adjustments on October 10th, 2023 at 5:30. May I please get a roll call?
Chairman Gronquist,
Present.
Board Member Hernandez,
Present.
Board Member Leffel,
Present.
Board Member Huseman,
Present.
and Board Member Nelson.
Present.
And that is a full board, correct?
You have a quorum, correct?
Thank you very much. I'd like to have everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to move for a motion for the approval of the previous meeting minutes. I don't have the date in front of me. September 12th? 12th, was it? Yes.
I'd like to move to approve the minutes of September 12th, 2023.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second, please. Can I please get a vote?
Jane, can you vote? I don't vote, I wasn't here. Did you have an opportunity to review the minutes before tonight's meeting?
He can abstain, can't he?
You can abstain or you can vote on the minutes even if you weren't here because it's just an administrative task.
There we go. Looks like it passes 4 yeses and 1 abstain. Okay, moving on to the case. Actually, first, is there any public that would like to comment on this case? If so,
I think we actually open the, I can announce the case. when we
okay,
open the
yeah, let's
public
announce the
hearing
case,
first.
sorry.
Okay, this is case number AU 23-0002, Iglesia de Jesucristo Palabra Miel. It's requesting a use by permit for a religious institution to be located at 6951 Dexter Street. The subject property is approximately 0.63 acres in size and zoned single-family attached residential district, or R2. And staff is Matt Kowalski, who will be presenting.
Mr. Klowski, before you start, I would first like to open to the public if there's anyone that wants to comment on it.
It is up to you, Chair, if you prefer to have the public comments first, but generally we have the presentations from the city and applicant.
I understand that,
Okay.
but this is a repeat of a previous case, and I really think we just need to move forward with approving this.
It was my understanding that this is a new application.
It might be a new application, but it's a repeat. Same owner, same setup, same parking that's going on here. I mean, I'm more than willing to let Mr. Kowalski roll through it if that's how we need to do it, but to me, this is a repeat.
Has this case been presented to you?
Not
In the past?
presented. It's a different applicant, same lot, right? Same idea.
It's a totally different application.
Okay.
It has not been, there has been, as far as I'm aware, no hearing on this. Has there been a
Okay.
hearing on
That's
this?
correct. It's the same property as you have heard in a previous hearing. That applicant withdrew, so this is a new applicant, essentially an entirely new application, but it does happen to be on a same lot as a previous application.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. Sorry, Mr. Kowalski.
No problem. Good evening, board members. So I'll be presenting case number AU 23-0002 for a use by permit for a religious institution to be located at 6951 Dexter Street. So a little bit of information on the case. So the request is the applicant is proposing a religious institution at an existing property on Dexter Street within the Adams City neighborhood of Commerce City. The use by permit is required to allow this use since the zoning is R2. Which is single-family attached residential. So some history on the site. This subject property has always been used as a religious institution. It was actually built to accommodate that exact use. So what you'll see before you is the vicinity map. So the property in the middle with the black cross hatching, that is 6951 Dexter Street. And it is fully surrounded by R2 residential zoning. Here's just an aerial, a current aerial of the property outlined in red. These are just a couple photos of the exterior of the building as it currently stands. The applicant has provided a hand-drawn parking diagram. This is for illustrative purposes to show how many cars they expect to fit in that lot, and we do believe it to be fairly accurate as far as the quantity of cars. So some analysis on this case. This is proposed for an existing development. No new development is proposed. Site access for the property will be through an existing access point, which is on Dexter Street. This proposed use by permit has been reviewed by all relevant development review team agencies, and none of them have any outstanding comments or concerns for the proposed use. So the review process has determined that the use by permit request is consistent with the goals set forth in Commerce City's comprehensive plan. And lastly, the development review team has determined that all approval criteria have been met. So what's before you is simply the approval criteria from section 21-3221 of the city's land development code, for which tonight's decision is to be based off of. These were also included in the staff reports in your packet as well. We have not received any public comments as of the deadline, which was prior to today. We did have one person reach out just requesting the application submittal documents, which were provided to them, but no formal comments were received. So just a few considerations for your discussion. The proposed use, as mentioned, is consistent with the comprehensive plan. The proposed religious institution will utilize an existing property, which is currently sitting vacant and unused. So we think this will be a better use for the property. And the proposed use is the same that the subject property has always been used for and for which it was built for. So potential outcomes are approval with conditions, denial, and continuance. And with that, that concludes staff's presentation. We are available to answer any questions. The applicant is also here to address any questions you may have.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kowalski. Board members, do you have any questions for staff?
I don't have any questions at this time.
Thank you. Mr. Leffel?
Matt, were you able to locate that previous two cases regarding this property?
I was. So I found a subdivision case from 2006, as well as a Board of Adjustment case from 2006. Basically, the subdivision was just a replat of what used to be one single lot with the church and several of the neighboring houses. It was broken up into 4 individual lots through a subdivision. And then along with that, there was a Board of Adjustment case, which was just to approve some variances that were necessary to make that plat approvable. And those were mostly related to the building setbacks from the property line.
And do you have those details on the south side setbacks?
Excuse me, Mr. Kowalski, how does this impact the current case? This case,
The property owner might like to know what he's actually getting.
well, that's not what we're talking about tonight.
Okay, never mind.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, is there any members of the public that'd like to speak tonight? Seeing none, is there anybody online? Mr. Barry?
Can we have Gerthel Perennial please unmute and speak?
Who was it, sorry?
Member on the public on the Zoom
Okay.
call.
I don't have any comments. Thank you.
Okay, great, thank you.
Looks like we have a couple more. so
sorry.
We'll work through them here. Looks like we have a call-in. No name. Can you please give us your name and any comments you'd like to ask and unmute? All right, that was our two. Oh.
Okay, great, thank you. Is the applicant here? Great. Does the board have any questions for the applicant? Okay, seeing none, I'd like to entertain a motion. Mr. Mayor?
Move that the Board of Adjustment enter a finding that the requested use by permit for the property located at 6951 Dexter Street containing case AU 23-0002 meets the criteria of the Land Development Code, and based upon such finding, approve the use by permit.
Thank you very much. May I get a second?
Second?
Ms. Hernandez, thank you. Can I please call for a vote?
Did you? Thank you.
Looks like the motion carries 5-0. Is there any other board business we need to discuss? Seeing none, staff, do you have anything? Any idea when our next meeting is?
Your next meeting will be on Tuesday, November 14th, sir.
November 14th. Thank you very much. Meeting adjourned. Y'all have a great night. Starting.